What's up, my horse lovers? It's the Horse Reactor here, and I am back for another reaction. And this time, we are returning to Carly Kaser. This is Gallant Fox. So yeah, we learned about Sir Barton. Now we're learning about Gallant Fox. So it's still gonna be in black and white because, you know, it was from the 1930s, I think. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Sir Barton was the first Triple Crown winner. And then Gallant Fox was the second one. Once again, they only did 11 at that time of the documentary, of the full documentary, actually. Because American Pharaoh and Justify were not born yet. So, anyways, this one's a lot longer than than Sir Barton's. It's about 3 minutes and 58 seconds long. So, let's learn about Gallant Fox. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Gallant Fox came along during the Depression. His jockey, the famous Earl Sandy, had retired but lost his money in the stock market crash and came back to ride the Fox. On the day Grover Cleveland was inaugurated in 1884, a boy named Jim Fitzsimmons started galloping horses. Sonny Jim, they called him. In time, he became one of the sport's great trainers, bent and hobbled by arthritis in his back, but still Sonny Jim. He trained Gallant Fox. In 1930, the Preakness was run 8 days before the Derby. A crowd of 40,000 gathered at Pimlico on a Friday afternoon.
Why was the Preakness before the Derby?
Memorial easily was the even money favorite. Without a starting gate, it took 6.5 minutes to get the horses all in line. The Fox had a disturbing habit of letting the other horses leave the gate, then chasing them, and so he did briefly in the Preakness. But Sandy got after him. Gallant Fox was in a pocket, but the jockey, with the skill that made him a legend, maneuvered his horse through the pocket. He would be third at the far turn and second at the top of the stretch, and then Sandy sent him. He battled the leader, an 11-to-1 shot named Crack Brigade, all the way down that stretch. It was a question of heart now, and Gallant Fox had the heart of a champion. He won by 3/4 of a length.
All right, good for him.
Next, the Derby. 60,000 turned out in a driving rain to watch the Fox face 14 challengers. That's Lord Derby on the left, with Colonel Matt Wynn, the great promoter who brought the Derby to its status as a national occasion. The 15 horses went to the post on a track labeled as good.
Not sloppy?
Once again, Gallant Fox showed his tendency to get into trouble at the start. Unlike Sir Barton, he loved to have other horses around him. Wouldn't even work out unless 2 or 3 other horses went with him. Sandy knew this and again suffered through the early traffic patiently. Alcibiades was the leader, followed by Buckeye Poet. They presented no real threat. And Gallant Fox took the lead on the backstretch. At the half-mile pole, he led by 1, and at the quarter pole by 2. Alcibiades was finished now, but Gallant Knight made a brief challenge. It wasn't enough. The run through the stretch was a run to glory. They called him the Fox of Bel Air now, after owner Woodward's Bel Air stud in Maryland. The winning margin was just 2 lengths, but the Fox had slowed down. Maybe he was just feeling lonely out there by himself. It was the 3rd Derby win for Sandy. Only the great black jockey Isaac Murphy had accomplished that before him back in the 1800s.
Seriously?
Of the Woodward horses' earlier challengers in the Classics, only Swinfield, who had finished 9th in the Preakness, went to the post in the Belmont. This time, the gregarious Gallant Fox didn't wait around to play with the others at the start. Sandy hustled him right out of there and into the lead. The favorite Which One was last behind Questionnaire and Swinfield. There would be no doubt on this day. Gallant Fox was the best of his crop. The Triple Crown would be the climax of Sonny Jim Fitzsimmons' career, which spanned 46 years at that time, although he had many more years and many more triumphs ahead of him. For owner Woodward, it was the ultimate satisfaction. He cared very little about 2-year-old racing and had his horses pointed for the Classics. Now he had the Triple Crown. Claiborne Farm was Gallant Fox's birthplace, and it was there that he returned to stud duty when a fever and cough caused his retirement at the end of his 3-year-old season. What a season it was. After the Belmont, he won the Dwyer and the Arlington Classic, the Lawrence Realization at a 1 5/8, and the Jockey Club Gold Cup, in which only 1 other horse dared to test him.
Which was
The
who?
only blemish on the year was when Gallant Fox suffered one of racing's greatest upsets. In the mud at Saratoga, he was an 8-length loser to a 100-to-1 shot named Jim Dan.
Damn.
He's buried beside his sire and dam at Claiborne, and his epitaph says it well. He swept like a meteor across the racing sky in 1930.
I bet. Oh, 1930, okay. All right. So, that was Gallant Fox. So, we learned about Sir Barton and now Gallant Fox. Omaha is next. I don't remember much about Omaha from the documentary that I saw of him, but I do know one thing: he's Gallant Fox's son. They'll probably say in the beginning when I do that documentary. Anyways, that's going to be it for this reaction, so please leave a like down below. Most importantly, copy the name of the video I reacted to and search it up in the search bar so you guys can see the video for yourself without having me talk over it. And click over here to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.